Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's expand the conversation around entrepreneurship. Of course, having spoken to the Minister of Small Business, Stella Ndabeni, we're now joined by two township-based entrepreneurs, adorable Mdluli from Tembisa, as well as Dichaba Kubayi, who's founder of Hygiene detergents. A very good evening to you both, ladies. Thank you so much for coming in studio to speak to us. I mean, I would imagine you heard some of the remarks made by Minister Stella Ndabeni. But before we get there, let's start off just to get a sense of your businesses and the role that you play as entrepreneurs in the township. Starting off with you, Adorable.
Hi everyone. Hi, thank you for the opportunity to bring me here. My name is Adorable Mdluli. I run a business called Adorable Dresses, which caters for the community of Tembisa. We hire out special occasions dresses, which are weddings and events dresses, and we also design dresses and sell them.
Okay, and what do you do, Dichaba?
Hi, Paul. Hi, everyone. So what we do is that we deliver top-notch hygiene solutions for the township economy. Basically, we are servicing people. These are individual resellers. These are small retailers, as well as food handling businesses. We do this through our product offering, which is the domestic cleaning detergents, as well as cleaning services.
So, having listened to some of the comments that were made by Minister Ndabeni, I mean, she spoke a great deal about ensuring access for local entrepreneurs to market their products within local economies like spaza shops and other areas. What would you say have been some of the biggest challenges you faced as an entrepreneur operating in the township?
I'd say one of the challenges are that you'd find that maybe when access to market opportunities are made available, they are sort of approached with a blanket approach to basically say or to give the idea that all township businesses have the same issues, and that is not the case.
Yeah.
We're not all on the same levels, firstly. Secondly, you find that maybe some of the opportunities that are made available to us are not even tailored for our kind of businesses. They don't bring into consideration some of the challenges that we have where compliance is concerned, where I mean, if you're going to take my cleaning detergents and put them in an exhibition space and say, this access to market, I most probably won't come back with a sale. But if you give me subsidized space in a mall, that would be access to market, in my opinion, because then I'm getting the foot traffic. I'm in a mall in the township. I'd be getting foot traffic from there. To me, that's what real empowerment is, and those are some of the challenges that, we come across, and we just feel that maybe we may be cut short where we could actually be getting the kind of assistance.
Adorable, I don't imagine a dress hanging in a spaza shop available for somebody to rent. What would you say, would be beneficial to your type of business?
What I would say would be beneficial is access to malls and availability of funds. The opportunities that were spoken to, like right now, some of them are not accessible to township entrepreneurs. We don't know much about all these opportunities. As much as she said, these opportunities are not tailored for us. And the talk about township entrepreneurs is coming up right now as we have an issue with the spaza shops, but there's many other businesses besides spaza shops. There's many other entrepreneurs in the township that need different things as to what is being addressed. So I would say to tackle the issue, they should come to us specifically as entrepreneurs and find out individually, what do you need? Because we don't have much of access to many opportunities out there, and a lot of focus is not given to entrepreneurship, like the financial literacy courses and funding to start up. Starting up is a mission. It is really a mission in the township, and not much is done. There's a lot of businesses that start and fail. Not because the people don't have the potential to take their businesses to greater levels, but the information is not there, the funding is not there.
Dichaba, you spoke about compliance, and as I spoke to the minister, she also spoke about how they are assisting with compliance. Hence, the red tape will probably be reduced as a result of that, because looking at the spaza shops, for instance, is to assist them with compliance. What would compliance mean in your business?
Well, I believe that compliance is the love language of business. I mean, if you want to get anything done, if you want to do business, you have to comply. There is just no way around it. And for us to try and advocate for compliance to be completely removed would be absurd. You know, I mean, those measures need to be put in place.
But what does it take for a business such as yours to be compliant? I would imagine it takes some money.
Yes, of course it does. It does. I'm just reminded of a situation where there was another business owner who manufactures jam, and we were talking to him about, you know, why his business is, you know, not moving at the pace that it should be. And one of the issues that he had mentioned was that there is no government product that would help him with licensing. So, you know, it goes back to the blanket approach again, to say that you can't say that we all do not comply on the same. There are certain products, or there are certain things that are individualistic to a certain.
No, absolutely.
You understand? So, you know, it takes one actually coming down to that specific business to say, what is your issue? Mine could be rezoning, you know, in the area that I'm operating from. So, yeah, those are some of the things that, you know, we just need to take into consideration.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, you spoke about access to shopping malls. Do you think that it would be a conversation that government should have with the shopping malls to perhaps create the space or reduce the rent? What kind of conversation do you think would be needed to cater to a business such as yours and many others within the fashion line and that industry when it comes to being township-based, quality-based? I would assume that would be a big part of it, and also really being recognized as a business that will become a ground shaker and of course a trailblazer in the fashion space, so that when you compare to an international brand, I'm able to choose you.
True. What we need is access. That's all we need. Access to malls and to places where we can operate and also get into the international market, because we do have the potential as young people. We do have the potential as township entrepreneurs, but what we need is the funding. There should be conversation around funding. How do we actually get that access to those malls?
There is conversation around funding, but yes, access is the big part of it, isn't it? What challenges, very quickly, would you say you faced, Dichaba, when it comes to accessing funding?
The timeframes are just crazy. I mean, I made an application before I even turned 35 at the NYDA, for example, and it still hasn't been paid out. This is like a year and a half later. So, I mean, that was approved, but it still hasn't been paid out. So you can't tell me that if I'm going to apply for something a year ago, I still have the same needs now. Even if it were to be paid out now, I mean, my needs are totally different. So the timeframes are crazy. Secondly, they get people, consultants that have never actually ran businesses, to help us through the process. And it just, you know, becomes a futile exercise, because they don't really know what is needed from a business perspective. So those are some of the challenges. Even the application processes are just too long. I mean, it can take 6 to 8 months. I had applied for GP funding, and that took about 8 months. 8 months. I'm comparing that to money that I gotten from the Green Bank. I won't mention the name. And we started the process on a Tuesday. It was complete the following Tuesday. The funds were in my account the following Tuesday. Who's helping who?
And that's very true, because when you go to the private institutions, the process is easier and they take you through it and they assist you with everything with the application. But if you have to approach a government funding, sometimes it takes longer, and sometimes the requirements are not necessarily met, because you are a startup business, maybe what they require is financials, and maybe you're not financially literate enough to actually get those financials. So then we need to go back to the basics and start from the foundation. What are we doing in our townships? What are we initiating in our young people? What programs do we have to actually lift them up? So it needs to get back to that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us on the show. Of course, who's assisting who? Great question. Adorable Mdluli, who is an entrepreneur from Tembisa, as well as Dichaba Kubayi, founder of Hygiene detergents, speaking to us about some of the challenges in the township economy. Of course, entrepreneurs from the township